Hey everyone, I'm Matt. Welcome back. This is Night Call. So, this is episode 3, episode 4, 3, 3 I think. We are back with night 3. Yeah, night 3, episode 3. Alright, let's continue. So, we just put up documents on our investigation board. And here we are. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You open the sofa bed and lie down. The events of the day run through your head. Streets, passengers, their faces, their problems. Brain is running at full speed, your body and you are in pain. You can tell you need to get more sleep. You glance at your investigation board, hope to find information tonight, even as soon as you wake up. You shake your head and your mind wanders for a second. You close your eyes close, and you can feel yourself drifting off. Until you hear a voice break out in the distance. He's desperate. And then, silence. Close your eyes without any idea where the voice is coming from. Whenever you read this, reading some creepy. No, no, no! Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Um, some creepy deja vu coming in. Sip of water. You open one eye. Then your studio calming. There's something special about living in a character. I think that's the same dialogue as night 2. When you're sleeping from night 1 to night 2. It might be not. Um, another eye. Last time we went to an eye, we had 250 euros needed. So, yeah. The man getting in your cab seems anxious. You've seen these types before. Late for a meeting, late to catch a plane, late getting home. Gives you an address in the 15 arrondissement. You recognize him. A former deputy or senator. Something like that. He looks at you nervously in the mirror. He's upset about something. Everything alright, sir? Yes, fine, thank you. That's what everyone freaking says. His eyes are watering. He runs a hand across his damp forehead. He's sweating a great deal for a winter night. He clears his throat. Excuse me. I was wondering. Yes? Do people ever leave things in your taxi? All the time. Ah, all the time. That's good to know. He pauses and attempts to pull himself together. He looks cramped in his suit. And what do you do with the things people forget? Do you keep them? We take them back to the central office and wait for someone to claim them. Oh shoot! I mean, fine. Very good. How civil of you. Good job. He pauses again. Do you need anything? Well, yes. No. How shall I say it? I need to lose something, if you get my drift. And I need to lose it in your taxi. I don't understand. Sorry, I owe you an explanation. I just got out of a meeting. It was awful. Sighing to himself, he adds, "Awful. I've always been the loyal to the. I've always been loyal to the party. You know, I always followed orders, gotten the job done. My mother was a card-carrying member. My father an elected official. But I just can't do it anymore. I'm going to leave my briefcase here, on the back seat." A moment goes by. He stares at you. You might say it was an oversight. You see, and then what happens? And then someone will take care of the briefcase. When you drop the taxi off, bring the briefcase to the head office. Someone will come pick it up. Takes a deep breath. This country we live in is going to hell in a handbasket. Everyone running it is corrupt. They sold out their thieves, all of them. Slowly lays the briefcase beside. We have lunch with lobbyists, dinner with bankers. We just burn everything and start over from scratch. Sometimes I dream we'll all get sick, be swept away by a political plague. No, don't, because this is what happens. Not a flu for suits, not a political plague, but a real plague. Not a plague, it's freaking virus, but whatever. pauses, exhales, shakes. I can't bear to see them spend 600 euros on a meal when they just decided to close a hospital that suddenly became too costly to maintain. 6 months ago, we refused to vote for a law that would have prevented the building in Pansin from burning down. Do you remember? 6 months ago, we could have saved 75 people. Stumbles over the next words. The public housing minister, when we presented that pass-through the bill, he burst out laughing, as if the people living in those crumbling buildings were just peons. The passenger groans as if in pain and suddenly stops talking. I'm going to sleep. Then they'll send me to prison, or worse, to a far-off ward, some overseas territory, Guyana or something like that. He struggles to swallow. That's what they do to traitors. And after that, we'll see. Tomorrow is another day, if you know what I mean. Silence. Stop the car. Act if everything is normal. Park along the sidewalk. Suddenly notice your client smells terrible, sour, pungent BO, almost unbearable. Pays his fare and slips you an extra bill. Your compensation. He gets out and walks away quickly without turning back. Open the window to air out the cab. Alright. That's the same freaking lady. Hi honey, home please. God, that's a long way. The door opens, your passenger settles in on the back seat. She's a regular. You know her address. Everything okay, honey? All good, Jackie. We've known Jackie for years now. A friend of a friend and a rather well-liked prostitute in your old neighborhood. I hope spring's going to be warmer than last year because I can't stand freezing my A off anymore. Oh, I accidentally did that. What's the latest news? You can tell Jackie anything. Almost anything, that is. Is your back better? You smile. It's okay. It's okay. That's painful. She's convinced by your lie. You can see it in your eyes. That bastard did you, didn't you? Can I ask you something, Jackie? She leans forward. Anything you want, honey? You tell her about Lieutenant Bussett, about her threats and your mission. Got screwed again, honey. You're too nice. She says her teeth. You're in the cops? Why do I have to go see someone? Or start banging one? Jackie. Okay, right. You're the boss. I'll ask around. Some of my clients might know something. A pause. You know what's coming. Expecting it. But fair's fair. The next ride is free, okay? You nod silently. You meet her eyes in the rearview mirror. Anyhow, take care of yourself, okay? Give her a smile. You know me. She looks pensive. Yeah, right. I do. That's the problem. Jackie gives a slight cough. It isn't husky like her voice, you think to yourself. Boy, am I happy to be on my way home. Difficult customer? Difficult? No, just the opposite. I am the kid from my neighborhood. Well, he's not a kid anymore, I guess. He's a pretty big guy, actually. Built like a tank, great build, nicely put together. Looks like a rugby player. She gives a short laugh. I took his virginity. We lived in the same high-rise at the time. You must have been about 17, something like that. Go on. He knocks on my door one Wednesday afternoon and asks if I have any sugar for his mother. No fool, right? I know his mother doesn't bake. Her voice trails off. So fine. I let him in. Can't stop talking. He's nervous. I know all about guys going to see a prostitute for the first time. He was probably in the hall for a whole half hour before even knocking on my door. So anyway, I let the little puppy stew for a while. And then he hands me a plastic bag filled with coins and a filled soup. Like a kid's stash squirreled away in a drawer. She lets out a little squeal. He asked me to teach him. Teach him what, I ask. To make love to a woman, he answers. She gazes out the window absently. She's speaking faster now. Don't you have a girlfriend, I ask. He shakes his head, no, then says, but everyone thinks I do. He wants to be a good lover when the time comes. That silly kid. She bursts out laughing. Bright red. He was bright red. I tell him, well, I can't make him pay. If I make him pay, I go directly to jail. And I take him into the bedroom. Watch for a minute, the raspy sound of her breathing is hypnotic. He does his bit, the kid does. Not a bad student. Like when you start a new activity, piano or biking, well, at first you're pretty studious. You concentrate. Take it easy, I tell him. Gently, don't use your teeth. Not right away, anyhow. He was a fast learner. A hint of a smile plays across her face. What happened to him? I ran into him a couple of times afterwards. He was always very polite. He and his mother moved a few months later. You should see the kid today. Good looking, all muscle. I'm sure he gets a lot of girls. He was pretty good at it even 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago? That kind of thing gets around fast. Gotta admit though, guys who are good in bed are hard to come by. Then again, maybe I sleep with the worst of the lot. She gives you a sidelong glance. What about you? How was your first time? Campground near my uncle's house. She was older than me by a year, very thick Marseillese accent. We were swimming in the lake. The water was really cold. When we got out, she told me to stay with her. She wanted to show me something. She walked me over to a small creek. I was like a zombie. I didn't take any initiatives. Every pause, she's watching you intently. How was it? Tell the truth. She seemed happy with herself when it was over, but I don't know. I think I was more afraid than anything. Afraid? Yes, that's exactly it. Why? I have a theory about why young girls prefer boys like that, without experience. They think that they aren't twisted by frustration. Frustration makes you crazy. That's why my job is so important. A lengthy pause. She bursts out laughing. Well, anyhow, that's my theory, honey. Doesn't mean it's true. Right? Continues in silence. Street lamps are few and far between now. The passenger can barely keep her eyes open, her eyelids closed and jerk back open. She's exhausted, shivering. Turn up the heat a little. She smiles. Thanks, hon. She settles in more comfortably, soothed with the motion of the cab. A few minutes later, you get to your destination. Always great to see you, hon. Jackie pays the fare. She climbs out the cab and leans back into the open car door for a moment. Hope you have a good night, honey. Your eyes follows her as she enters the hall of a dilapidated. I'm surprised I did that the first try. Your eyes follows her as she enters the hall of a dilapidated apartment block from the 70s. Alright. What is next? This woman, I guess. A fire truck flies down the street in front of you. It looks like a red meteor. The next passenger is alone and waiting for you on the sidewalk. She gets in the cab and whispers, "Hello." She has no handbag or suitcase, just a small handmade sign with an Indian name printed on it. "Child is the goal, please." She's young, with a soft and slight accent. Her face shows no emotion. Her fingers play with a small gold chain around her neck. It is the only piece of jewelry she has on. You drive, glancing back at her from time to time. Her head seems to be elsewhere. "Everything alright, miss?" She nods her head gently, cracking a tiny smile. It's really early. The first planes to come are the worst. Everyone is exhausted and half asleep. Yes, exactly, and she sighs. I must confess, I don't really want to go there. A tiny smile lights her face up for a split second before disappearing. Ah, family? My future husband. Well, future. I've never even met him. Her accent suddenly becomes stronger. You know this habit well. Just before confiding in you, passengers tend to relax into their natural accent. I'm sure he's a great guy, as they say here. Sadness appears in her voice. But I don't know him at all. My parents chose him. It's crazy, isn't it? Are you shocked? Yeah. Sad smile washed briefly over her face. It's tradition, or at least it used to be. My parents are a bit old school, even by current standards in India. I chose to study here and not in England like my sisters. She flashed us a smile. Fell in love with presents, as it say. I almost never go home. Actually, this is my home now. Anyway, my parent insists I meet him. He does it. He decided to make the trip, saying he had a meeting as a pretext. Say nothing. It's understandable from their perspective. I mean, it worked for them, right? You sense something bubbling up, anger, before she freezes. Some people refuse to let their emotions out. She slowly regains control of her body. What day trip would you recommend outside Paris? Nearby? She nods. Versailles, of course. It's really beautiful, definitely worth it. Her face lights up. Oh yes, perfect. I'm sure he'll like that. Or there's Fontainebleau. There's a huge park, very wild if he likes hiking. I don't really know. She smiles shyly. He preferred to say nothing. The airport is not much further. Something about the young woman makes you feel uncomfortable. She looks as if she's about to scream, but is holding it in. Time passes and silence fills the cab. Which terminal? The question starts her. Terminal C. 2C, I think. Um. Smile crosses her face, then quickly disappears. Yes, I hope so. Thank you. Park the car in front of Terminal 2C. Passenger grabs her side and exits the cab. She pauses for a second as if she were about to say something, then she disappears. Nope. Freaking camera. Driving along when a strange, burnt smell suddenly fills the cab. Look around, sniff. It's coming from outside. As soon as you see a free spot, you pull over and park. You freeze. Something or someone is in your taxi. A woman's voice resonates around the cab. I can't. I need a better signal. I'm here. I'm here. Turn around slowly. The young woman has appeared behind you. Don't shout. I'm afraid I'll lose the connection. I don't have much time. There's something strange about her face. It's as if she is several different people at once. Listen to me carefully. I come from the future end. You must know that you met. Stops moving, a computer glitch. She stays this way, still frozen. Then she suddenly starts moving again. We're good. I think it's all taken care of. She smiles at you. Thanks for the information. I really wish I could explain everything to you more clearly, and starts flickering into space for a second. No. There's still something that cellular connection. She disappears for good. Seconds go by, all appears to be returned to normal. You keep driving. Sorry, 40 seconds ago. The voice is coming from the radio. The passengers, that's the correct term. The voice is broken by an odd rumbling noise, like someone else is speaking at the same time. You can make out the young woman's voice. She's giving one timid, well-rehearsed speech. Paris appeared on September 18th, 2049. Remember that date. 2049. September 18. 2049, September 18. I was gonna screenshot, but I hope he remembers it. Inside here, what seems to be a liturgical chant in an Asian language on the same frequency. From then, half of the semester, just imagine millions, mountains of corpses. 20 years old back, I was fighting robots. I lost. You, everybody, twin, died. The virus attacks permanent. Voice cuts off abruptly. The liturgical chant starts up again. We're able to German language. Vietnamese. Civil war, death, muta. There were mass fascism, religious We set the record straight about science. Science is the voice is drowned by an avalanche of applause. You're a new voice, deep, powerful, it's in English. American, from what you can tell from the accent. Traveling back. If we create it, we can destroy it. I need information. I need passengers. Reassure you. None of this. Anything more? Control to the past. Risk. Voice suddenly clearer than ever. I will understand. It's crucial for us that you, one moment I. Yes. Change your young appears all sudden in the back seat again. Ah! Sorry about all the comings and goings. Practically shot at 100% yet. Daniel's smile across his face, so much invisible. Anyway, I hope you get the point. Especially since we have to remain in hiding for the time being. Stop talking for a second, her face flickers. They're after us. There's not really any other way to put it. As I was saying, the extremists are trying to vanish out of the blue. The ether smell vanishes. Radio turns off. Floors are swinging as you see a free spot. You lay still for a while. Can't seem to be coming back. You shake your head, struck by the strange visitor, and get back to work. What the hell? What the hell was that? Wait for a passenger. Since you're looking no show, you can uncap the minute to smoke a cigarette. There's not much going on in the small town in the suburbs. There are few apartments that still have lights on. The street scent hangs in the air. Eventually, you stop for a cigarette and get back in the car. You jump start. Captain manages to slip in the cab. Sitting on the back seat, staring at you intently. You sit there for a moment, considering whether or not to shoo it away. But just as you are about to wave your hand to catch shift precision and slip up your walls from its collar. Pick up the piece of paper and unfold it. A fragment of a map of Paris, the Saint Lazare train station. Turn your eyes slowly to the cat. Seems to be expecting an answer. Are you going somewhere? It's a sign, as if to say yes. You want to go to Saint Lazare? Cat tilts his head again. Are you a dog? Sony nods its head no. Your hands clutch the wheels tightly. What the hell is going on? You turn around to face the cat. Okay, fine. I'll take you. You let out a sigh. Okay, fine. Start talking to yourself in low tones, as if to balance the conversation. Normal, this is perfectly normal. Start the cab but cast a glance at the cat behind you. You do one who entered the cab? Start to laugh. A few minutes go by, you try to break the ice. Some questions are probably missed. Everything okay? Neither a yes or a no, more of a plaintive meow. Are you running away from someone? That's a long, plaintive meow. Another cat. Your owner? Again, a long, melancholic meow. You nod your head. What happened? Was it a man? No answer. A woman? Was she mean to you? Ken seems to be uncertain. She had other cats? It gives you full of disbelief. No, that's not it, eh? You're in the bed and you like to be alone, right? Is overly affectionate? The string of insane meows. Touché. That's it. She's too affectionate, and that's why you are running away? Cat is watching you with steady eye. You are sure you're on the right track. You have to be careful with people like that. They suffocate you before you even know it. You nod your head. But you ran away. I mean, lots of people like you. You stopped short. But you were just a cat. Roll your eyes behind you. The cat lets out a quiet, reassuring meow. What I mean is, well, we don't even know we are in a cage. We prefer not to think about it. We're never fully aware of it. Look at the cat. It must be crazy. I'm talking to him. You shake your head. You point a light in the distance. That Saint Lazare will be there soon. A few years later, you stop at the drop-off area in front of the station. The first train doesn't leave for another hour. Where are you going? The cat stares at you without making a noise. Let me guess. Saint Lazare? If you're going to the suburbs of Paris, you wouldn't have need to come into town. So somewhere in the northwest of France. Brittany? There's a clear section. Okay, right. Not Brittany. He's a shopping mall. He wants to get out. Going somewhere by the scene, huh? Cat look at you and meows. Sharp Sharp probably is very hungry yet. For the fish, I guess. Took the time on the dashboard. It's time to go to get a real customer. Try not to think about too much about the situation you're in. You hope that no one sees you talking to a cat. I'll just start saying the name of cities and you meow when I hit the right one. So this city is in Normandy. Cat doesn't move from us. Cherbourg. That looks up. So it's Cherbourg. Getting close? St. Malo? Still nothing. I've got it. Duville. Meow of delight. You're smiling too. All of a sudden you're exhausted. Okay, come on. Time to say goodbye. Get out of the cab and open the back door. The pillars appear on the seat next to the cat. It is enough for the fare. And more. Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you? I won't ask you where it came from. You're smiling over to pet the cat. Leads out the car and darts between your legs. You can just make it out the shape racing up the flight of stairs that between the bars for gate. Get back in your car. Get yourself in the rearview mirror. Your feet are heavy with fatigue. Your right eyelid is twitching. And you start to carry you might be allergic to cats, but you haven't sneezed once. Throughout the station. Really, 17 pence. Go to the eye. But there isn't radio. Always but again, you're trying to find something to listen to news, maintain news. Related to the fact that 3 first found Data League. You vaguely remember the event 2 years ago. A bunch of criminal records were leaked. Could be anyone has a suspect. So you know okay. Cool. There's something so pretty, parking taxi across from the stadium just a few meters on. What? What happened? Let's go back home. Poised news. The word times up when used by political of the junta. Oh, it's from the news over. Okay. More clues, and we are done here. We are also at home. Met Vincent. My Jackie. Alright. Let's continue. There's a toilet at the corner of the eye. You can see the pipe shake. Sign, get to work. Whoa. First 3 victim files, part of the police. Fleet. So you were part of the police because you were in crime scene 2 and 3. You were part of the police because your dad was a cop who died 2 years ago. Ooh! Might have been him who did it. What's a financial affair? He was a cop. Oh my goodness, this is getting really interesting. But that will be it for this episode. Ooh, less time one. Alright, just under half an hour or so. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.